Welcome to Hero Club. I'm Nick Williams.
And I am George Primavera.
George and I have been playing D&D together for years.
Now, a lot of people think you need to be a big, huge nerd boy to play Dungeons & Dragons.
But in reality, you just have to be willing to spend 4 hours of your own time on a weekday trashed on cheap beer cross-legged around a coffee table.
I lost a game of Flip Cup in 2012, so I had to buy all the books and learn how to be Dungeon Master. My dad was disappointed.
Yeah, he was. But after a game or two, we realized that it's actually a really fun and effective way to tell an awesome story.
Yeah, it's like long-form improv, but you kill more people.
Here's what you need to know. George creates a world and the framework for a cool story.
And the players, like Nick, create characters beforehand, all with special abilities, sometimes magical, sometimes not, and they adventure through the story as best they can, trying not to die.
We, the players, roll dice to see if our improvised actions fail or succeed, trying to beat a number in George's head that he promises he doesn't change at will.
But at the table, I am God, my game, my rules.
Okay, so it's as nerdy as you thought. You know what? Just fuck off, man.
Whoa, okay.
Fuck right off,
All right,
okay?
Nick, maybe don't tell everybody to F off. And it's not that nerdy. I mean, we get rid of all that stupid math, and we add music and sound effects and stuff like that, so, you know, it's cool.
Anyway, these stories do follow a linear plot, so if you want to know what's going on, start at the beginning of any season you like and have fun with it.
Without further ado,
welcome to Hero Club! Yeah!
Hey everybody, George here. We're actually not going to have a break in the middle this time around, so I just figured I'd take a moment to say thank you first of all to Magechan Press for their Weird West handbook. As a DM, it was incredible to pull from. Make sure you go on their website, magechanpress.com, and you guys can use the code Adversary to get 25% off. And then besides that, I of course want to say thank you to you. Thanks for listening all the way through to this season. If you're just picking up now in the middle of this, boy, are you going to have no idea what's going on. So I would recommend going back to episode 1, following all the way through like these amazing people have, who are the majority of you. This one was really special to us, guys, and thank you so much for listening and giving us the encouragement to keep on making these. And without further ado, enjoy the finale of Hero Club's Adversary. Cheers, guys.
Revelations 13:1. The dragon stood on the shore of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea that had 10 horns and 7 heads, with 10 crowns on its horns, and on each head a name of blasphemy.
A tumbleweed rolls by. The putrid pig body of the demon prince Mammon rests in the dirt behind our trio, who all stare daggers ahead at the lone man 50 feet in front of them. He's very, very tall.
Hey y'all, great work on getting so far. Don't worry about it, the real preacher, he was real in the bar, but I'm pretty sure Mammon ate him when he started going buck wild. First, I was real pissed, and I decided I was just gonna make the best of it.
He gestures to Jeremiah and Ember.
I'm sorry I tried to get rid of you two, but I got tired of the whole searching for the next ritual site thing. Thought you might try to ruin it before I had the chance to talk to you, but this worked out great. You're here, and you're mine. I got you. Let's all stay cool. It's gonna get really crazy in a couple of hours, so let's savor the peace we have right now, huh? Let it simmer. Feel it in your blood. Yeah, it's nice, huh? Let's all start walking. You 3 walk in front and keep your hands up, or else I'm gonna blow your heads off with my fire hands.
Lucifer is waving you towards him, sort of impatiently. The aforementioned peace is completely non-existent to you. Buildings are on fire. In the far, far distance, the last few remaining screams of fleeing villagers ring out, and flies buzz around Mammon's feet. As Lucifer speaks, his voice echoes along the walls of this one street that you are standing across from him on. And seeing him in the daylight for the first time, you notice something. As the sun shines above him, you see on the ground 7 shadows, all equally dark and full. Even from 50 feet off, Lucifer's golden eye flashes as it catches the light.
Jeremiah, surprisingly unfazed, throws his hands up in the air and looks at the other 2. We should probably do what the man says.
Elias follows suit. As does Ember.
Oh, shucks my ducks. I do love a good standoff, you know, and you guys, I mean, you're just being too obligatory this time around. I thought we were gonna fight or something. I thought you were gonna put up a fight. Well, alright. Come along now.
It gets infinitely colder as you step forward. When you're about 15 feet away, it's like you're in a blizzard. Passing him is almost unbearable. You feel the frost deep in your organs, and then as you make your way past, it gets warmer, but it still feels cold as he begins to follow you, keeping you within about a 30-foot radius.
You feel that? That's my North Pole.
As the trio passes the outskirts of Los Riscos, the desert becomes more and more imposing, eventually swallowing the whole group up. All 8 feet of Lucifer trails behind. Everybody please make a charisma save.
14.
16.
13.
None of you can bring yourselves to look behind you. You stare ahead. Every time you get the urge to peek back, something inside you just tells you no. But as you walk forward, even as dark clouds roil above, slowly blocking the setting sun, the 7 shadows of Lucifer dance in front of you.
Y'all might as well talk amongst yourselves. I can hear your thoughts, too. Sorry about the dick joke earlier. Didn't know y'all were the get-offended types.
After an hour or two of walking, far off in the distance, one particular rise in the landscape is becoming a little bit more defined, standing above an ocean of nothing.
Kinda reminds me of Golgotha, huh? I mean, you would know, Mr. Preacher. It's where Christ was crucified. Y'all know I was born a man, just like you. Born hating myself, didn't know why. Then it all kind of hit me hard and fast when I was in school, and I would every now and then just take a knife to a colleague's limbs. I got in trouble a lot, but I knew I wasn't human. I couldn't be. I was too perfect for all the flaws I saw in people. People were just meat puppets, but I was something bigger, and that's when I became aware, and I started having these memories, memories that weren't mine, but they were mine, past selves, failing to free myself from this torturous cycle that fucker in the clouds trapped me in. Do you know why I'm the demon prince of the morning? When God created man, the angels of heaven rejoiced. And that's what your churches tell you, huh? That's what your whole profession is about, mister. But they gloss over the part about the half of us that didn't rejoice. I knew it was a mistake. You people are too carnal, too primal. Talking, pulsating meat. So I spoke out. And then I was cast out. Down, 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 all the way to the flaming depths. I only remember flashes, because was it me? I don't know. But it's almost every night that I have dreams about the fall. So now I'm building myself a way back. And it's gonna take literally forever. It's just too long for me now. I'm too impatient. I got still, the desires that this flesh prison contains. And one of them is gratification. I'm through waiting. I'm going to take the power that is rightfully mine back, and then I will funnel the billions of souls down into hell, and then my army will be bigger than his. And I'll turn his twisted abominations against him. I'm going to take paradise back. I'm going to burn this earth to a crisp, and I don't see why y'all are trying to fight that.
For a while there, I foolishly thought you might be afraid. I realized that was arrogance on my part. I can see now you're not afraid. But one thing's for sure, one thing's for damn sure, you're a mite jealous. So this is what it's all been about. Just a petulant little child screaming because his daddy doesn't love him no more. Shouting and hollering for attention, is that it? Because if that's it, whew, there's nothing that's gonna get that love back.
Oh, when'd you get this brave? You're never this brave before. Oh yeah, because I'll let you talk.
Elias's left arm snaps backwards at the elbow.
Elias thinks daddy don't love you no more.
That's enough.
Elias's mouth is forced closed.
Anybody else got anything to say?
Ember gives a little wave of one of her already raised hands.
Yes, ma'am. What would you like to say?
This is purely out of curiosity, but why do you care so much about what happens on Earth? And with us humans in general? I mean, to be perfectly honest, we seem to be beneath you anyways. You've mentioned to us about how we're flawed, We fight amongst ourselves, kill ourselves off. War, rape, disease, famine. The cycle's been endless, and odds are we'll just continue. I don't really see an end to that happening. So why not just let it run its course?
See, that's the problem with you humans. Once you gain a little sentience, you think it's all about you, but really, it's not about you. It is about all of you. What you are is, you're concrete for the steps of my staircase. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I feel like it would be almost more satisfying to beat him at his own game. Turn us against each other. Have us kill ourselves off. Then that way his own creations are gone because of the flaws he already left in us.
Beelzebub already tried that one. It didn't work. And besides, y'all are taking too goddamn long. I mean, these wars, they're just blah, 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 blah. Why not just send hellfire throughout all of you at the same time? I mean, I'm just saying, it's more fun to do it myself.
I suppose you do get more creative license.
Right, exactly, yeah. I'm glad you understand. I like you.
Ember gives a thumbs up.
Jeremiah says nothing and just smiles.
Another hour of travel. Vultures begin to follow you, flying a good 100 feet up, once in a while swooping down and doing little hops, scouting out the ground below. They're very intently focused on all of you. Once in a while, you'll hear a blast behind you and a ruffle of feathers and a laugh from Lucifer.
Oh, the English usually do this with clay pigeons and ducks, but I like big targets from farther away.
The group walks for another 45 minutes, and then they reach the base of this large rise. The steps leading up this craggy mountain in the middle of nothing are natural and uneven, but Lucy's long strides carry him up the slope, slinking gracefully. When the summit is finally reached, the first thing you notice at the top is the pentagram drawn on the orange rock face in a dark red blood. The summit's shape is such that it creates a kind of gigantic bowl that you are standing in the bottom of. Natural stone surrounds you about 15 feet high, the only opening leading to the rough slope that now is behind you. Dark, hooded figures stand around the pentagram. You count about 30, but one of them sits, slumped forward against the wall. It's from this man that it looks like the blood is coming from.
You two go sit with your friend. I want y'all to watch this.
The shadows on the ground seem to point up at you, Jeremiah and Ember, and then point over to the slumped man.
Ember and Jeremiah go over and sit next to the man.
As you slide down the rocky basin and stare at the man in between you, it takes you about 2 seconds to realize it's Frederick. He's still alive, though just barely. His breathing shallow. His wrists are open. His face is pale, pale white, just about as pale as his blue eyes, which appear drooped and losing consciousness.
Jeremiah grabs Frederick's hand and squeezes it tight in solidarity.
Frederick weakly looks up and to the left, blinks once, and looks back down and forward.
Hey, preachy boy, don't you make a move, all right? I'm trying to set something up here. And if you try anything stupid, I'm gonna stab your friends with my sickle.
An impossibly long scythe pokes its way out of Lucifer's sleeve, extending in length like a telescope. The 4-foot blade unfolds like a pocket knife. Lucifer casually shoulders it and goes over to a few hooded figures, discussing quietly and gesturing to the pentagram. You feel a dark probe that you didn't even realize was there withdraw from your mind, leaving your body shivering for a moment. Lucifer appears distracted, very deeply engaged in a conversation on the side.
Ember delicately starts to make tourniquets on Friedrich's arms, trying to somewhat stop the bleeding.
As soon as you begin, he grabs your arm, looks at you in the eyes, and shakes his head.
Are you sure?
He nods, his mouth still remaining closed.
I'm sorry. And she grabs his other hand in solidarity.
His other hand is clenched.
Ember stealthily tries to open Friedrich's hand while focusing only on the pentagram in front of her.
In his hand is a small piece of paper.
Ember quietly unfolds the piece of paper and reads what's on it.
Proverbs 14:29. Ember, can you make a religion check for me?
4.
You have no idea what the verse refers to.
Ember gives a little smirk before quietly saying to Jeremiah, "Don't worry, Elias has got a pretty handy parlor trick." Before looking at Elias, making eye contact, and mouthing Proverbs 14:29.
Elias reads Ember's lips, looks up for a second to think, and nods. Elias tries to read Lucifer's lips.
It's dark, so can you make a perception check for me?
24.
Elias, you read his lips. It's a little tricky because his back is mostly turned to you, but just from the movement of his jaw, you see a few key words and phrases. You read, like the Eucharist, none of those little wafers, and when I drink the blood, it's done, and put that away, Mortimer.
Ember looks over to Frederick. Thank you. And then looks over at Jeremiah. How are you feeling about all this? 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous.
I have a feeling this is all gonna shake out in our favor, Miss Ember. You know when I shot that priest this morning? The corrupt one? What worked with Elias?
Of course I do. Why?
I had one hell of an empty chamber when I did it.
A smile starts to creep across Ember's face. I'm happy you have that back.
Listen, Ember, if I don't make it out of this, and let's be honest, it's looking like that's gonna be the case, whether it's the big man over there or natural causes, I want you to go back to the barber shop in Los Riscos, and I want you to get that package to Colton. Tell him I'm sorry that I couldn't do it myself, and that I should have done it a long time ago. Can you do that for me?
Ember, starting to get emotional, gives a quiet nod.
I knew I could count on you.
I'll make sure to tell him how you redeemed yourself in the end. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about those years that you lost in that one moment. If all three of us got out of this, I don't know, I could have imagined us being some kind of weird familial unit. I'm really happy that we were all brought together for this. So thank you for that.
Don't you see, Miss Ember? It's already happened. We didn't need 7 years neither. We only needed 1 month.
Friedrich looks at both of you, again keeping his mouth tightly closed, clasps you both firmly, giving you very compassionate eye contact before looking up at the sky, and with a big huff, he dies. His mouth drops open. A little river of blood pours over his bottom lip, and you see the wound where his tongue was cut out.
Jeremiah reaches over and grabs Ember's hand and stares straight ahead.
Elias, having mulled over what he's just seen, looks to Jeremiah intently and waits for his gaze to come on him.
Jeremiah meets Elias's eyes.
Elias takes both index fingers and taps them together in an X, then holds his hand out as if to say stop and winks.
Can you roll a performance check for me, please?
14.
Okay. Jeremiah, Ember, can you make insight checks for me, please?
10.
12.
Neither of you understand. It looks like Lucifer is about to turn back to the group, but Elias, you might have one more chance to try to get your message across.
Elias makes the X again, then makes a gun with his hands and shoots the X. The hand again, saying stop.
Can you make another check but add a +5?
21.
Ember, Jeremiah, make your insight checks.
10.
5.
Ember, you figure it out.
Okay. When my brother makes that X, you shoot. Until then, you wait.
Jeremiah pegs eye contact with Elias, makes the X symbol, and nods.
Lucifer wheels around and heads back into the middle of the circle. This time when he speaks, he's addressing everyone. Elias, Jeremiah, Ember, and the 30 or so cultists around. All of you feel that dark probe sit down on top of your brain once again. And you hear Lucy's voice coming from his mouth, but also from within where your body feels fear.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Just had some business to attend to. Let's get on with it, shall we? You ready? Is everybody ready? Y'all ready? You look ready.
A very short, humped man scuttles forward holding 2 big serving platters with covers on them. He follows Lucy around the arena as Lucifer stretches his legs, walking around, gesticulating to everybody. A true showman in this moment.
All right, y'all. Okay, Mortimer.
Sorry, Bob.
No, I got.
Sorry.
Everybody sees you're here. You're doing your job. Thank you. All right, I just kind of want to clear the air. You know what I mean? Just kind of recount all the things that have happened, all the moments that have led us up to here. First of all, y'all killed Trump. We all know this happened. We all have acknowledged it. We all love Trump. We loved his paintings. He was an honorable figure in our midst, and you guys killed him. Let it not be forgotten. And then I spent 2 weeks possessing that Heather girl. I was inside her skull, as you guys know, because you saw her neck snap and saw me sort of dissipate and all that.
Praise ye, you Lucifer, praise!
Yeah, no, we get it. He's cute. That's why we keep him around. And then y'all defeated Dashel, and I mean, I'll be totally honest, I started to get a little worried. And then I saw your powers, little preacher boy. And I thought I could either do what I always do and just take it, sort of repossess the power, or I could harness it in you and you sort of use you, bring you over to my side. But I saw that your wall was so indestructible because of his powers. And I was
nothing can stop you, Lucy.
Nothing's
gonna stop you.
Thank you, Mortimer. I'm making a speech. Shut up.
Lucifer kicks Mortimer in the face.
Get on that.
Oh, thank you.
And then I thought, I got to get rid of y'all two as well. And how am I going to do that? So I sent Abraham Tolliver down to pick you up after you got off the riverboat, gave him my golden eye so he could see you where's you was going. Not my golden eye, I should say. I got a couple in a drawer. He touched you, especially Grandpa. And then he killed Dashiell again. How'd you even do that? I'm just impressed, just constantly impressed by y'all. I'm revealing this to you now when we're about to enter the full demonic sacrilege, because I wouldn't have wanted you to gain any confidence on the way.
He wheels on Elias.
No, but I really mean it. How the fuck did you do that? Tell me, preacher boy. Come on.
The probe pushes deeper into your mind, Elias. Can you make a wisdom save for me?
24.
You can feel the probe searching, but it never lands on the truth. Elias successfully shuffles around his memories, misleading the devil's probe further and further into his mind. What do you want to show Lucifer from your brain?
You motherfucker. Show me now. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Elias shows him every time God has spoken to him.
Each moment, long and short, passes in a second. The probe withdraws from Elias's mind.
You trying to show me up? Is that what you're trying to do? You want to look at me like this right now? I won't look in there anymore. I don't need your scrapbooks.
The probes withdraw from Ember and Jeremiah's mind as well.
I'm wasting my time looking in your filthy little minds. Just meat skin, piglet brains, swaddled in sinew and filth. Come out and play like this. Are we gonna play like this? Right here.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him ask me to kill you?
No. I didn't hear that part. Go ahead, tell me.
Well, Lucy, it was plain as day.
No, yeah.
Kill the devil.
That's what he called me. He called me the devil. Are you sure about that?
That's right, Lucy. I don't think he uses your name much anymore.
Maybe you should kill me then. Go ahead. Go on, boy!
He leans in close, teeth gnashing in your face, eyes wide. He has to bend down pretty far to get to your level, Elias. The hooded figures on the outside of the circle are starting to get tense and almost look like they might flee. It's almost as if they're seeing something that you can't see.
That's the thing, Lucy. You know I can't kill you. I'm not sure anyone can. But the fact of the matter is, about a month ago, you had someone just like me right here, and you probably said a whole lot of the same bullshit to them too. But then all of a sudden, 3 people came from across the hill and fucked your plans up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I'll get to kill the devil, but someone will. Someone's probably out there, across that ridge right there, waiting, telling their gunslinger to shoot me right in the head. You don't win this thing, Lucy. He never talks to just one.
Well, preacher, by that judgment, I guess I should just kill myself then. You wouldn't mind, right? If all evil were eradicated. With me, right? Because they would all just go away, right? If I went away?
There was evil long before you.
I don't know. Evil's subjective, right? Humanity creates evil. Y'all made me. All y'all. I'm just a lost little boy traipsing through the woods. Humanity's a pack of wolves.
No. See, you're just a test drafted by God for his real children to pass or fail.
I can't help but think it's kind of archaic to have to take a test in order to exist, huh? I mean, I don't know if I believe in right and wrong. You certainly do. What do you want?
What do I want? Well, I guess it's what any good son wants. And that's to honor his father. What the fuck are you doing again?
Not all daddies have always been good. You know that. Some are abusive. Hey, how's your arm feeling?
Elias, the previously broken arm, rotates 360 degrees, severing completely. The bone splinters, the flesh squishes, and the arm flops onto the ground, spattering the bloody pentagram with yet more blood. Just before Elias can howl in pain, his mouth shuts automatically.
All right. Enough fooling around. How's it feel? Preacher's blood's worth a little bit more, especially in a place like this. Come on. Breathe. Breathe.
You can't.
You think you know who my daddy is? You don't know who my fucking daddy is, you motherfucker. Close your eyes.
You're starting to black out a little bit now, Elias. You feel Lucifer's hot breath on your face.
You think you're so Christ-like, huh? Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna drink your blood, I'm gonna eat your body, and then I'm gonna ascend. If you're so fucking holy, then that'll be the proof. And that's all you'll have been worth. My fucking last supper! You're just my Tabasco sauce, honey.
Elias, Lucifer's eyes flash white. His rage burns you with a cold heat. You can tell he's lost a little bit of control.
Elias, on the verge of passing out, staggers back, smiles, and weakly crosses his fingers on his one free hand in an X.
Jeremiah stands. Lord, guide my hand. He unsheaths the revolver and instantly the bullet's loaded. For I am your angel of death. And Jeremiah takes aim and fires the Reaper bullet right at the devil's heart. 28.
Lucifer, mouth agape, slowly staggers, turning around. Behind him, Elias drops like a rag doll, finally passing out from lack of air and blood loss. And Jeremiah stands across from the devil, heaving and wheezing, clutching the wound just below his heart. But the bullet has found its mark. Lucifer begins to laugh a little bit.
Indeed.
The hooded figures freak out. Every one of them unsheathes a long blade from within their sleeves. The two nearest to Jeremiah and Ember leap for them immediately.
Jeremiah ducks the first cultist while smoothly going to reload his entire clip before realizing, hell, I don't need these, and throwing them on the ground before continuing to fire at Lucifer.
The sound of each bullet vibrates in the ground, and the white flashes explode outward from the gun.
Critical. 26 damage. And Jeremiah fans the hammer, ducking two more cultists. 12, 20, 23.
And two more hits. Roll damage.
24 damage.
When the shots ring out, the cultists, shocked by the volume, start ducking and turning to locate the source of the noise. When Jeremiah is finished punching 3 massive holes through Lucifer's frame, there's a solid 4 seconds of silence as everybody waits. And then Lucifer, shocked and his eyes wide, says,
Remember that trick that Abraham pulled on you, son? Here's the first one.
The 30 hooded cultists drop, like their puppet strings have been cut. As they all thud into the floor, they begin to melt into a dark, black ooze that covers the entire basin. Slowly, the ooze begins to make its way towards Lucifer, climbing up his feet, working its way into the holes that have been punched through, sealing them up. When this black sludge finally finds the Reaper bullet's wound, it splits and avoids it, unable to patch what is now a glowing tear in Lucifer's flesh. Lucifer straightens, still breathing heavily, sweating, finally afraid, and then his body begins to shimmer and shake, almost like he's vibrating at an increasing rate. All at once, Lucifer's body stops vibrating. He looks very calm as most of his wounds have sealed, and his body flashes forward, holding Jeremiah by the neck. As he speaks to Jeremiah, more and more black liquid begins to pour out of Lucifer's mouth.
Abraham gave you 6 years of paradise. Let's try something else.
Jeremiah, it's a long time. The last thing you remember is a golden flash and then darkness. 6 years of utter black darkness. Your footsteps echo in an endless void. The first day, you call out to anybody who can hear you.
Amber? Hello? Is anyone there?
After the first year, you've stopped talking entirely. There's no point. After the second year, you stop walking and sit down in place. 4 more years go by. And then, there's a little light, a pinprick at the end of an endless tunnel, and then it rushes forward, and you're back in Lucifer's hand.
How was that? Just a little taste of hell.
Ember, though his back is to you, you've seen Jeremiah's hair grow at an exceedingly rapid rate. His body suck inwards like a vacuum is being created within him. And as Lucifer releases his throat, he staggers backwards on 2 frail legs and sits in the dirt as Lucifer redoubles over, grasping the wound.
You want some, sweetheart?
He begins vibrating, but it's taking him a second to get to his feet. Ember, make a dexterity check for me.
18.
Lucifer's hand closes around your face. But in the split second before Lucifer sends you to wherever Jeremiah went, you feel the heat in your fingertips, and you have 1 moment to react.
Ember thrusts her swords upward, the one on the right going through his glowing wound right below his heart. As they make contact and exit through his body, she sets them both alight. To paraphrase your daddy, let there be fucking light.
Lucifer's head pitches backward, smoke begins billowing out of his mouth, followed by a thick blue flame. First, his right eye disintegrates immediately in its socket, and then the golden eye, forced out by the heat and the pressure, pops out of the socket and shatters on the ground.
You've taken every family I've had, but right now, I kind of think it's almost worth it. And Ember, removing her flaming swords from Lucifer's body, swings them around at his neck, cleanly decapitating him.
The swords pass through so quickly that his head stays on his shoulders for a moment, the skin on his neck slowly peeling apart. And before the head fully falls off the body, he says,
I guess I'll go see if Daddy's waiting at home for me.
Lucifer's headless body pitches forward at Ember's feet. Her swords extinguish, and the only sound is a cold, steady wind.
Ember, visibly shaking, runs over to her brother before discarding her swords and trying to revive him. Elias? Elias, can you hear me? Elias! Elias!
Can you make a medicine check for me, please?
13.
You see that he's losing a lot of blood from where his arm has been severed.
Ember begins fashioning a tourniquet. Elias, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine. God, can you save him? Help him now. He's done so much for you. Please help him now. Help him now, I don't know what else to do.
You can tell you're losing him. Make another medicine check with advantage.
Nat 20.
A little heat in your fingertips, and you can see that the blood-soaked tourniquet is doing nothing, and you know what you have to do.
Ember, without a moment's hesitation, places her hands on the stump and begins to cauterize the wound.
Elias, you wake up.
Are you okay? Are you all right?
Are we in heaven?
No, but we're not in hell either. So that's good, isn't it? And she throws both of her arms around Elias.
I don't even know what to say. Is it done?
Ember nods into Elias's shoulder.
Proverbs 14:29. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly. I just had to do anything I could to rile him up.
You were perfect. He couldn't have picked anyone better. Oh, Wait, Jesus, Jeremiah.
You hear over your shoulder.
Is there something I can help you with? Where am I? Please don't hurt me. I think I've gotten lost. Can you help me? Where am I?
Ember slowly gets up and walks over to Jeremiah. Hi. How do you feel? My name's Mary Elizabeth.
Elias stumbles over and gingerly kneels next to Jeremiah. Hello there, sir. My name is Elias. We're your grandkids. And he casts calm emotions.
The man's body heaves with a big, relieved sigh.
Oh, good. Good. I was worried for a moment there. Well, it's nice to see you again.
His eyes are fluttering a little bit. Even now, one of his hands scrambles along the rock, searching for something to hold on to.
I'm a little tired. Think I gotta lay down. Have a rest.
Ember reaches out and grasps his hand, gently squeezes it. You can rest, Pappy, you're safe. We'll be here. We'll protect you.
Pappy, do you remember that Bible verse you used to say to me?
What was that again?
Pappy, it was John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends.
Jeremiah lays back and closes his eyes.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. It's a good one.
We love you. Thank you for everything you did.
You children look awful tired. Are you sure you don't want to lay down and have a rest with me?
No, Grandpappy, we're going to stay up a while, but we'll be right here when you wake up.
We'll see you in the morning.
Well, as the tailor said to the naked man, suit your fucking self.
And the gentleman closes his eyes for the last time. The next morning, Elias and Ember stand over a pile of stones, 6 feet long, with one larger stone at the head. Jeremiah's fancy hat and a few bandoliers rest on the headstone. It reads, "Here lies a true gentleman." The sun is just starting to rise. The sky's pink, blue, and orange, and the bitter cold of the desert night is assuaded by some new beams of sun.
Mr. Finch, I hope you don't mind, but I don't got much to say to you. But I do have some questions for him that I think are rather important. And Elias casts commune. Dear Lord, I have one question, and after all I've been through, you will understand that my faith is rock solid. But depending on your answer, you might have someone who follows you or someone who leaves, and that's just the honest truth. Is he up there with you?
The sun peeks out over the mountain range in the distance and glares directly in Elias's face. And deep in the distance, the wind resembles a warble of a joyful hound.
Well, that's good. Because Jeremiah, you know that if you had gone down there, I would have gone to hell myself and dragged you back up. I know you'll take care of him up there. See, Jeremiah, I told you I was going to save your ass.
Ember grabs Elias's remaining hand. Well, I don't rightly know where we're gonna go from here. And then she pulls the diamond out of her pocket that she's been carrying this whole time. And well, this should help us get a fresh start. But there's something we gotta do first.
3 months later, in the forest of northern Colorado.
Hello?
Well, hello there. We're looking for Colton. Is that your daddy?
Honey, who's that at the door?
I don't know him, Daddy, but it's a girl, and then there's a preacher man, but he only has one arm. They kind of look funny.
A man emerges from the door, pulling it back.
I'm Colton Finch. How can I help you?
Ember withdraws the package of the revolver from her pocket before handing it over to the man. Jeremiah wanted me to give this to you. He couldn't be here himself, but he would have wanted you to know that he never stopped thinking about you. And he knew that he should have come sooner.
Honey, why don't you go put a kettle on for our 2 guests?
The big one?
That's the one, sweetheart.
All right.
She runs back into the house excitedly.
Once he's sure that his daughter has gone back into the house out of earshot, the man turns back to Elias and Ember, wearing a harder expression. How'd it go?
The short of it is nobly and saving our lives. But I think he would want you to know the story, if you have time.
Colton thinks for a moment, looks at a pocket watch.
Yeah, I think I do. Come on in.
Ember eyes the man up and down before slightly smiling and saying, he would have liked your suit, too.
Well, thank you kindly. I got it from an Italian fella named Lorenzo in St. Louis. Now, Lorenzo told me the key to a fine suit is the material, what you gotta look out for.
Smoke starts to rise from the chimney, dissipating into the crisp winter sky. Birds chirp in the trees, and the sun shines gently on the snow-covered bushes. A devil has been killed. A sister has been found. And a gentleman has been saved.
Light bringer, light bringer, turn away, you great deceiver. Light bringer,
in slumber you did seek. Strength was good, but constitution's weak.
turn away.
Don't turn away.
You said you wanted me to thrive. You said you'd want me to survive. You said a lot, you usually lie. Lie bringer,
I want you where I need ya.
Lie bringer,
I mold ya, I improve ya. You think you're quick, you think you're wise.
think you're on my level,
Let's roll them dice. Light bringer.
What the fuck?
That's what
Why
I was
didn't you
talking
put
about.
that on mic?
Oh,
Oh,
like we don't
we
have
have.
that?
I have probably 4 hours of Marty doing that in this room.
Okay, great.
Hero Club, Ghost Mouth.
This has been the finale of Adversary, a Hero Club production. Produced by Nick Williams and George Primavera, with associate producers Marty Abbey Schneider and Dylan McCollum. Voice acting by George Primavera, Nick Williams, Hannah Fagerbacke, Dylan McCollum, Marty Abbey Schneider, and Zachary Weber. Theme song written by Matthew McCollum and performed by Hannah Fagerbacke. Special thanks to Kevin MacLeod and Ben Doyle for their music, Nolan North for that badass intro, Marty Abbey Schneider for his incredible artwork, and to you, our incredible listeners. Thank you for hanging around the table with us every week and allowing us to live out our dreams of making our work and our most beloved pastime one and the same. This season was an incredible endeavor, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. If you liked it and you like us, please just tell one friend to check us out. Word of mouth goes a long way with podcasts, and we would love to keep doing this forever. Thanks again for listening, and as always, welcome to the club.